That's good. Hello. Everybody, my name's Ari. Nice to meet everybody. Are you guys having a good time? So who here is not from Philadelphia? All right, I am not one of you people. So I actually grew up in South Florida. Now, if you guys don't know, like, South Florida and Philadelphia is very different. I mean, I like to say, like, there's something about Philly. Like, in general, we're all a little more alcoholic. Right? There's like a bar every 10 steps you go in any part of the city. But this actually starts. So I moved to Philly back in August last year. So I'm, like, relatively new. And, like, when you're new to a city, you try a lot of new things. And you end up acting kind of, like, weird. So I don't know what it is. You're really impulsive, right? You try to meet all these new people. And you end up going on a lot of terrible dates. Right? It's just a natural thing that goes on when you first go somewhere new. So, like, after a few dates, Valentine's Day is coming up. And, like, I meet my buddy. His name is Dana Lacuna. Yeah. So I actually sort of knew him in college. So I went to Florida State, and last time I met him, he actually didn't have a shirt on for some reason. So, like, I was always kind of, like, confused about this guy. But I knew who he was in Philly, so we kind of met up. It was like a slow Sunday, and, like, nothing to do. So we met up at Barley in Chinatown, right? For a couple like midday happy hour drinks. So, like, as the day goes on, we're drinking. We're having a good time, talking about the waitress, right, talking to girls around us, and really confused why everyone in Chinatown, no one speaks English. Like, I mean, you assume, like, yeah, Chinatown, there are Chinese people, and they speak Chinese, but, like, no one spoke English. And I actually got lost on the way to Barley. So at the happy hour, we get a little drinks in, and, like, we're starting to think what we want to do that day. So, like, turns out that the tattoo convention was in town. Has anyone been? Yeah, so do you guys know there's a bar inside the tattoo convention as well? Right, so, like, we're telling the waitress, and, like, we're thinking about going. She goes, oh, don't worry. She's like, oh, well, I'll give you a few shots, all right? So a few shots deeper. Now, let's go. So we mosey our way over, right? We go in the front door, and first knew was head to the bar. So who here is a fan of PBR? Yeah. It's definitely my drink of choice. And, like, the best thing about them is that, like, they're $3 for a tall boy, right? So I had, like, $15 cash in my pocket. 5 tall boys later, we started, like, asking all the, like, little tattoo artists, like, oh, what are you guys doing? We took them to work. And, like, slowly and surely ends up stopping this place and have an open spot. And, like, at this point, we met these 2 girls. And, like, head down tattoo, talking to us, and they're like, oh, yeah, you guys should get a tattoo. And we're like, oh, we don't know. No. Like, oh, no, you should. We're like, okay. So we end up, like, meeting at, like, I don't know if you guys know, like, it's impossible to get a tattoo at a tattoo convention. Everyone there is, like, booked solid for, like, hours and hours and hours. But, like, somehow we walked down the long row after talking to, like, 40 or 30 vendors, and then finding someone who's open. And we're trying to decide, should we get something? Like, oh, yeah, sure, but they end up getting a matching tattoo. Yeah, right? And, like, so, first of all, trying to figure out what we're going to get, there was a lot of options. Like, a goose was pretty much on the table for a lot of reasons. Like, I don't know why, but, like, a penguin with a top hat. For some reason, really into birds. So we ended up deciding getting, like, a moon. For some strange reason, the ladies drew it out, and, like, our drunken stupor, we're like, yeah, it looks awesome. Right? So, like, oh. And, like, by the point, I spent all my cash, we had to go to the ATM. And, like, I don't know, have you guys done the ATM before? Like, the ATM fee situation is very confusing. Like, it definitely tells you it's $2, but, like, you look at your bank check, and it's like $2 and $2. So you're like, did it double charge me? So then you call the company, you can't get it done, and you're like, oh, whatever. So I spent like 15 minutes trying to figure out if I want to pay the $2. And, like, I pull out about $80, right? So finally I make the decision after, like, probably another PBR, and I walk back to tattoo artist. So so we sit down. The lady's like, who's first? I was like, oh, I am. And, like, 6 minutes later, we end up getting this tattoo. And he's got the same matching one on his back. Yeah, it was a very, very interesting day. So we leave the convention, and we're like kind of like stumbling. We're like, what did we just do? Right? And like it was kind of confusing. Like, oh, like, and we were friends. We weren't that great of friends, right? So like it definitely wasn't those more impulsive things you would do. So like, we get back, we separate, remember that. And like all of a sudden, like I didn't even realize. So do you guys remember the date of the tattoo convention last year? It was on Valentine's Day. So me and like my like really good buddy, Dana, got Imagine Tattoos on Valentine's Day, and to the day, I'm like pumped for it. So I say yay Valentine's Day. Thank you.